Classic. Probably a diversion before we've even started. Welcome back. Welcome to a pretty typical Sussex outdoors adventure. Just started a walk, now it's absolutely pissing it down. So the Serpent's Trail. Serpent's Trail is a 96-kilometre walk through Sussex hills, bordering Surrey and into Hampshire towards the end. This is what I'm supposed to be looking for. Gosh, Serpent's Trail. So as you can see, pretty well waymarked. It's waymarked in both directions. So the route runs from Haslemere to Petersfield, which is only about, well, probably only about 6-12 miles apart in a straight line. But this is I think it's like a 64-mile walk snaking its way down. You can do it the head route, so from Petersfield to Haslemere, or you can do it the tails route, which is what I'm doing, which is the from the head of it to the tail. Half a day to do today, find somewhere to camp tonight, and then I've got a full day at it tomorrow, which is Sunday. But it will be dependent on public transport where I can pick it up to get home, and it will also be on my fitness levels, seeing as I haven't done a long distance walk, well, since early 2020, 2019, 2020. So it'll be interesting to see really how far we can get overall, as well as on a day-to-day basis. The first section here is going to be coming into Blackdown, which is a large area, which is actually the highest point on the South Downs. So it's going to be really interesting. Not been up there before, so we'll see what it's like when we get up there. I'm about to go into a dark wood. Don't know how good the light will be for filming, so let's get on it. I forgot to do it right at the start, but I'm only about 10-15 minutes into this. I've just started a Strava recording of the walk, so if anyone's on Strava and they want to see the stats for this little trail, I'll put my details down here, and you can find me on Strava and check out the adventure. God, a bit overgrown already. I am being chased down by that big black cloud, so waterproofs are staying on for now, because you know what happens as soon as you take the waterproofs off. That thing comes and dumps all its, sounds a bit dirty. Oh, not quite so bad now. I stopped and put the cover on the bag because yeah, it started blowing across pretty strong like. Get myself sorted, get the bag all covered up because I don't need that getting drenched. Take a bit of refuge just in this little patch of trees. I do think this is the route up into Blackdown. I think I'm coming on down this path and it's going to loop me on back round. I think you might not be able to see it through these trees, but Blackdown I think is up there or over here. But yeah, hopefully I'm on the right path anyway. Oh, sun's breaking out on those on that little bit of hill, so it's time to make a move. Here we are then, Blackdown National Trust. That's a bit better. But yeah, feels good to be up at Blackdown. I've not been up here before, so I'm gonna keep on the main track up to the viewpoint, which is it's named the It's named the Temple of the Winds. And we'll see how windy it is when we get up there, because it looks like it could be blowing across, but I'm a little bit sheltered at the moment. There was advertisement on this trail that there would be a sculpture trail scattered along it. I haven't seen any yet, so hopefully we haven't missed them. But if I find a sculpture, I'll be sure to bring you along and show it you. But for now, I'm going to make my way through the Blackdown heathland and forest and find the Temple of the Winds. Oh, this way. Nice. Here we are. The Temple of the Winds. It's a shame that it's completely misted out at the moment, but I can just about see the ridge of the South Downs. I think this is our first sculpture.
Well, I didn't realise it at the time, but this was actually a quote by the Sussex poet Tennyson, and it reads, "You came, you looked and loved the view, long known and loved by me, green Sussex fading into blue with one grey glimpse of sea."
Little bench, little plinth, and then that. There's a lovely view over Sussex. You can just about see the ridge of the downs there. It's all behind mist and fog over there, but gorgeous. Temple of the Winds. Well, spent a nice sort of 5 minutes up here at Blackdown, up at the Temple of the Winds. It's been quite cool watching the clouds roll across. Hopefully that came out on the little time lapse I did. Just heard a big roll of thunder coming in from the way that I came from, but it's also the way that I'm going, because it comes down in a V and back up to get off of Blackdown. So hopefully we don't run into that. Just reading the little inscription on this bench. It says here, this seat was erected in memory of Mabel Elizabeth Hunter, wife of Edward W. Hunter, who gave Blackdown to the National Trust in 1944. So that's very nice of them, thank you very much. I've enjoyed my time here, certainly won't be my last. Yeah, the priority now is get off the hill before I get too wet. As I'm making my way back along the west side of Blackdown, I'm treated to some really lovely views all out to the west here. You're about to open up onto one now. Look at that. That's out towards the way I will be going. Postbox report. Queen Elizabeth II. Serpent Trail. Says we're heading off over that way. So I've got to the main road. That's a good sign. That road's called Marley Hanger, and I should be. Oh, look at that. South Downs National Park. Hill. Hopefully no water in the microphone. I've reached my second heathland and it's absolutely peeing it down. Classic. I'm here. I'm about 2 hours on from Blackdown, so hopefully it clears up and I'll be able to just make a bit more of a line for it. I'm taking a bit of shelter. We'll see what comes. It's all fun and games. Right, well, hopefully the microphone's all right and it's not full of water. We've just had an absolute washout. About 5-10 minutes of just sheeting rain. It's like an absolute river. But that's the clock. Absolutely gunning it down. I'm sure this area is lovely, but at the moment it's bloody wet. Welcome to Marley Common. Doesn't look quite as nice as it does today. Here's the Serpent's trail coming through. I've just hacked it across the heathland. I'm in the car park now, so back out and on. Oh, that says Sussex border path. Well, I know I've been following that, so I presume it's along the same lines. There's the Sussex border path sign. No. All sorts of local gubbins going on. A little bit confused now because I did think that I was following the right path, so I might just need to. I'm going to carry on, see if there's a Serpent's Trail sign up here, and then carry it on. But Marley Common, second heathland ticked off. Let's see if we can get back on the path, shall we? Right, something I think has gone wrong. Another signpost there, Sussex border path only, no Serpent Trail. So I'm going to double back over the heathland, see if I missed it. But it definitely pointed me over heathland when I came onto it, so bit annoying backtracking, but it's what you got to do sometimes. That's the sign I missed. Can hardly say it was a big obvious sign that I missed, but it was absolutely chucking it down. That's my excuse. Right, back on track now. Let's work our way across this heathland and see if we can get a bit of a view. The sun's coming out now. Glorious evening, please. Glorious. This is Marley Common, as it's supposed to be enjoyed. I'm going to stop a sec. Peaceful. No lashing rain. Slight road noise. I can just hear a little bit of road noise. Birds. And just the wind in the trees. Absolutely lovely. It's reasonably close to a residential area as well, so having this on your back doorstep would be absolutely awesome. Very, very lucky. Oh, I wonder what that was. It's all gorse. It's dead gorse. Big old oak tree come down there. Coming up 5 o'clock, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Being 4 hours into this walk, one thing I can say, very well being 4 hours into this walk now, I can say top marks on the old way marking. There's only been that little hiccup back there and one other where I'd come at it from a strange angle and you couldn't quite tell which path it was, but I walked down one path and I got that feeling that this wasn't quite the right way. Turned round, went the other way, and sure enough it was the right way to go. So top marks for waymarking this, whoever came out and did that. And it's one of those that I haven't really needed the map, but it's obviously there as a backup, isn't it? So if you're doing sections of this walk, I think it's very well laid out. Very well laid out. It's pretty brutal at places, underfoot, wet, slopey, steep, but bit of road walking as well, but you know, not main road, just sort of country road. But other than that, it's all good. I'm coming off might be coming off the heathland now, so let's see where this path leads. Ooh. Right, I'm just about to come into another little common heathland, I think. It's called Little Linchmere. I saw a sign back that way that said this area is owned by the Linchmere Society or something, and it showed me a little map of all the routes that go around it. So hopefully that'll look nice and pretty. I think it's a little way on, but I'm just taking a couple of minutes because I found this massive redwood tree. So I'm just going to have a bit of a drink down here. It's about 5 o'clock now, something like that. So I think I'm going to have to give it about an hour, and then maybe think about getting some food on. Maybe. One thing I do love about walking is it just gives you that little bit of time to just slow down and just think, because well, we're all so bloody busy, aren't we, in all our lives, and weekends get booked up months in advance. I'm lucky that I don't have kids, but I know people obviously have to think about kids. Obviously I've got scouts and stuff that I'm thinking about, got work stuff coming and going, but just being able to put this date in the diary as like, no, I'm going out to do this, to do what I want to do, is so important. And a lot of other, you know, people will say it, I'm not the first person to say it, sometimes the hardest part is getting to the start line. The walk, as challenging as it is, the walk is easy. It's getting to the start line, that's the hard part. And it's taken me, well, as I said, 2019 I think was the last time, and that wasn't even on my own, that was a scout walk. That was the last multi-day hike that I did, 2019, 2020, something like that. So to be able to just put a date in the diary and say, no, I'm going away this weekend to just do it, it's really good, really important. Obviously I'm not saying everyone is able to do this sort of thing, but even if you're able to just put a date in the diary and say, I'm just going to go to the woods this day, I'm just going to do a circle walk, I'm just going to go somewhere that you haven't been, go somewhere that you've always thought, oh, I'd like to do that one day, but you haven't had the time, or haven't had the patience, or haven't had the opportunity to do it. Just checking the signpost. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I'm enjoying just walking at my own pace, taking in the sights and the sounds and the smells, because as piss wet as it has been, it is lovely. But I've got some dogs coming up now, so they're going to ruin everything. Schnauzers, funny schnauzers. So, as I was saying, time to chill, time to relax a little bit. I mean, it's not relaxing hiking through the downs with a big bloody bag on your back, but it's relaxing mindfully relaxing. I'm not getting into mindfulness, I'm not going down that rabbit hole. Let's get zen, man. No, we're not doing that. We're just taking life at a slightly slower pace. I mean, I ride my bike everywhere. Try to ride my bike everywhere. Obviously, I drive to work, and if I'm doing the running around, then I'll go in the car. But if it's just a small commute into town, if I'm going scouts of a summer's evening, I'll ride my bike. You know, it's that sort of thing. And of course, when I do go out into the woods, sometimes on my own, with others, on my bike, or just to do a bit of it, I don't always take the camera. You know, I'm not filming every single outdoor moment of my life. There's been a couple of times when I've been on my own and I've seen, or things have happened and I thought, oh, that would have been wicked to have got that on film, but you know, these things pass. But I thought, you know, I've got to get out, do this walk, because probably not going to get another chance to, maybe until, who knows, summer's already booked up, you know. I've had hard enough finding a weekend to do this weekend, because we are busy, people are busy. We don't need to be so busy though. I think we just need to remember to take time for ourselves and just do what we want to do once in a while. Thank you. Cheers now. Come on, come on, come on. I didn't really get a chance to stop at that sign, billboard, poster thing, because there was a debacle with a dog on the other side of the gate and they were keen to get out and I was keen to get in, so I just I escaped that debacle. I think this is Little Lynchmere now. It certainly looks quite nice. Don't think the light's quite doing it justice, but the foxgloves, look at all these foxgloves everywhere, all along here and all opening up over here. So I think this is Common or Heathland 3 maybe. I might have miscounted one back there because it was a bit of a miss, but hey, I think I'm well into section 2 on the map now. I can't really remember it. Oh god, there's another couple of off-lead dogs going the loops. These poor rare birds have got no chance, have they? Look at all these foxgloves. Beautiful. But yeah, I'm going to have to steer clear of the heathland, I think, during the early evening time if I'm going to get set up, because you've got dogs running wild. Dogs shouldn't be off lead running wild on the heathland, but people don't seem to give a shite. So anyway, I'm going to get myself a little bit further on, and when I get a little bit peckish, I'll bring you along to cook some tea. See you then. Right, well, got myself a little bit set up. Got the hammock set up with just half the tarpaulin over for now, just in case it does open up. Nice and tucked away in the woods. I've been round the paths and just to have a look and see if anyone can see me. You got to be really looking at the end of the day. Who's really going to care? It's been a good day actually. I'll tell you my stats. I won't do map time. We'll do maps when I'm back home. I keep thinking I can hear rain, but it's not. Stats day 1. 4 hours 50 minutes. Although it will be about 5 hours because I didn't start it right at the train station. I forgot. Oops. Distance 17.27 kilometres. It's good going. I won't finish it off. I'll resume it tomorrow and we'll try and do it all as a oneer on Strava, so that'll be quite cool. Yeah, other than that, I think I'm going to just sit tight for a bit and then I'm going to get some grub and rest my weary legs for the evening. So tonight's dinner will be adventure food, vegetable hot pot, which I presume when I add boiling water to it will just turn into vegetable mush. So I'm just boiling the water, and then we will prepare our vegetable mush. Right then, I've just got changed, put a down jacket on and some trousers on, just because I was still sitting in those damp shorts and shirt and jumper, so it was getting a little bit chilly. But it's been 8 to 10 minutes. Let's see how Adventure Slop has turned out. Oh yeah, it looks like Adventure Slop, doesn't it? Use the fork attachment. I mean, that looks pretty sloppy. It's going to fall over if I'm not careful. Actually, doesn't taste too bad. Tastes like well, as you can imagine, leek, onion, and I don't know what other vegetable it's supposed to be. But it's nice. It's warm. And that's the important bit. But I do think it's going to be better using the spoon end. Right, well, I'm going to enjoy this. Battery's running out on the camera. Going to get that turned off. Got another battery for the morning. Hopefully, we'll have a nice peaceful night, and we'll see you bright and early in the morning. Bye. Good morning, world. Oh, not a very good night's sleep. I was quite uncomfortable actually. I'm usually quite good in the hammock, but just wasn't feeling it. It was cold, and then I was uncomfortable, and then I'd move, and then I was cold, and I was uncomfortable, and I'd move. It was a very broken night's sleep. But got a bit of water on, just to make myself a coffee. And then we'll think about making a move. It's 5:30. The sun's poking up over there. So, do the morning rituals and then get a groove on. I'll tell you what, slugs. This wood is absolutely full of slugs. But anyway, drinking my saucepan of coffee. Very nice indeed. Taylor's Variegated coffee bags. Oh, yeah, it was just one of those nights. Just didn't sit right. Just not a very comfortable night. It doesn't fill me with hope about doing it all again tonight. So I'm just going to have to wait and see if and where I get to. And if there's a way to get home, I might duck out. It's gone a bit. On the head, shoulders, knees and toes front, it's probably about 7. Not convinced about tonight. Shoulders feel stiff, but find out better when I get the bag on. Again, knees are alright. And the feet are probably about 6. But I'm going to get all this gubbins packed away. Get all this gear packed away and get back on the trail. Like I said, I woke up in the middle of the night and went to go for a wee, and bloody slug in my boot. Oh, I
there's nothing worse than slugs in the middle of the night, and they're just gross. I think Simon said to me once, "Can you describe something gross?" And I said, "Just slugs. Slugs are gross. There's just nothing cool or about slugs. Sorry, Chris Packham, I know you love a tree slug, but they're just fucking gross, mate." Anyway, sun's beaming. Let's get on this. Let's go.
So all packed up. Obviously no sign the hammock was ever here. I'm gonna go, might go back to that main path, then try and pick up the trail again at the top end, and then head on down. I think it's heading towards Rake. I mean, that would be good to get down there. Again, it's one of those, I really don't know how far I'm going to get today. If I find a bus stop or train station nearby towards the middle / end of the day, I might bow out, just because my gear is quite damp. I had a cold night last night. I really can't be dealing with another cold night tonight. But we'll see how things go. Morale might improve throughout the day, we don't know. We'll see if it's going to be a lovely glorious day. If it's going to be nice and bright and sunny, then obviously all the better for pressing on, but I've already had one sort of intermittent shower this morning, so not feeling it, but happy to be out, willing to get back on the trail. So all packed up, got to have a little bite to eat quick just before we go, and then we'll find somewhere nice to stop and maybe have a nice little maybe another coffee. I've got to fill my water bottles up. I've got to find somewhere to fill the water up. I've got just enough for a drink left, so yeah, I'll have to find someone to fill the water up. Anyway, let's crack on. There we are. I've got the trail back up now. Serpent's Trail. Onward. I'll tell you what, I heard vehicles on this farm track in the middle of the night. Well, up until about 11 o'clock when it was dark, I heard vehicles on this farm track, but I was hearing music playing until about, well, it must have been like 2 o'clock or something. I checked the time, 2:30. Like, I was hearing music. I don't know whether it was just on the wind from the sort of small village / town that's over here, or if it was from like the farm back there. But crazy. It was a bit disorientating, but again, another thing to just keep you awake. Don't even need to do the cattle grid, we're going this way. What's this one? Discover the South Downs. Stanley Common, that's where we were. Yeah, Stanley Heath, Stanley Common. We stayed around here, sort of about where that L is, in the middle of this woods here. Nice. Nice. So we're going to carry it on here now. It's going to come round here, Iron Hill, and off towards Lippock and Rake, as far as I'm aware. There's Lippock. Yeah. Common, Stanley Common here. Onward. Let's do it. Been chomping across this heathland and yeah, just the sun just started breaking out a bit, and I tell you what, as soon as that sun come out, just get that amazing lift of fresh. I don't know what the smell is. It's just like pine wood and heathland just have a very unique smell at a very certain time. I think it's when it's wet, but it's lush, it's lovely. I can actually almost see a shadow. That's how bright it nearly is. There we are, I can see my shadow now. The sun has come out, and these young silver birch trees, absolutely littered with these young silver birch trees, and I'm about to go into this silver birch wood. So in 15 years time, 20 years time, this will all look the same. That could have been dangerous. Oh, just nearly lost a leg down in there. Oh, good job I'm wearing my boots, eh? Good job I'm wearing my boots. Just not looking where I'm going because it's too bloody glorious. Oh. Right, where are we on to now? To the left. Right even. We're going right. Oh, then we're going left. Ooh, dark, dingly down. Nice. It's come out off of that heathland now. I think it's heading off over that way, but I've noticed that sign there that says Hampshire. We don't want to be going that way. I think we want to be coming this way. Couldn't tell you what that sign there says. But let's get it. Let's go. Put back on it. And we're still on the Sussex border path as well. Look at this track. This track's knackered. I think they've put these down here to stop the old green laners, because look, you can tell that this gets churned up by the old four-wheelers. 4x4 boys off-roading. If you know, you know. I've just been travelling along down this main track, and I've just seen like all this plant matter just thrown into the path here. Now, tell me, someone who knows more than I do, this is a hollow. Is that Japanese knotweed? All of that. Yeah, it's all the same stuff. It looks like it's growing exponentially. If that's the right word, probably not. But what made me think of it was the fact that it's got these like little knuckles. You can see that there, little knuckle there, and they're hollow. And I know that's a bit similar to knotweed. But yeah, look, it's all grown up now. I mean, there are stinging nettles up the back there, but I think, if I'm not too much mistaken, that is all Japanese knotweed. And for those that don't know, Japanese knotweed is an incredibly invasive and damaging plant in the fact that it can grow through concrete. It can like literally dismantle foundations of houses and stuff. It is a bastard. I'm just making sure I'm supposed to be going in there. Don't think I am. No. Yeah, real bastard stuff. So if the farmer's got that on his ground, he's going to have to have a word with someone about that, because that needs a specialist to get rid of. This area is called Shuffle Sheeps. Bit of a funny name, but sometimes you wonder where things get their names, don't they? Don't want to know who was shuffling their sheep. Here's a little one for you. This is not a house entrance. Do not leave deliveries. Deliveries for this number go back, turn right, housing enclosure on Tarmac Road, when enclosure, turn right again, follow road, end at sea green board for house names. Obviously I'm paraphrasing, that's not exactly what it says. But you ain't getting a delivery van up here. Sometimes they say they can't get down my road, and my road is okay, it's a dead end. I live at a dead end of a road. But sometimes they say they can't even get down that road. They ain't coming up here. And even if Amazon does come up here, I can just imagine, they've obviously had to put these signs here because it's happened. I just imagine like a little Amazon parcel just left down there. It's got to have happened for them to bother putting the signs up. Oh, that's funny ass. I mean, Sainsbury's delivery, imagine Sainsbury's wagon trying to get down here. It'd be an absolute nightmare. But it has to have happened, otherwise they wouldn't have bothered putting the signs up. Members of the public are to be warned of danger from flying golf balls. Caution, golfers are playing from the right. Right, let's try and try not to get absolutely kaplunked, shall we? This will be Lippert Golf Course, I guess. Well, actually, that's what that sign says. Anyone on the fairway? If you hear it ring out, you know it. One out yet. No, we're alright. Lovely bit of it. Shame it's sort of ruined all the heathland, but people have got to play golf somewhere, you know. These people, they pay good money to be able to play golf somewhere. You've got to destroy all the natural surrounding environment so you can play golf somewhere. Perfect opportunity. Just come around the back of the cricket club. Hopefully the water's on. Yeah, boy. That feels good. Feels good now to know that I've got 2 full water bottles. So, yeah, morale is back up. What the fucking size of that dog print? Ooh, that's my hand. It's fucking huge. Fucking huge beast. Oh, yes. Find a little bench or something, and we'll try and stop and have a bit of something to eat. Stop and have a coffee. That's what I need. A couple of hours in now. Need a coffee. Need my fix, man. Getting the itch. Wow. Right, I finally found a little spot to have a sit down and make a drink. I've come to the conclusion. I think I'm going to have to get down the road here to Liss, and I'm going to call it a day there, get the train back. It means that it's a good point for me to start up again when I come back, and if I do second section. Obviously I thought I could, you know, do a couple of 3 days. Of course that's very ambitious of me to think, oh, I'll just come in and smash 3 days, it'll be fine. 2019 was the last time I did a long distance hike, and I've had some pudding since then. So anyway, I'm going to get coffee on, have a bite to eat, and then we're going to get down the hill. I don't really know if you'll be able to see it through the trees, but amazing view down the cliff here. Cliff. Well, it is a cliff actually, it's fucking sheer. But yeah, it is
the 16th of June. And for anyone who's a fisherman out there will know, the 16th of June is known as the glorious 16th because it's the day the river season's open. So hopefully in the coming weeks I should be able to get out onto the river and do a bit of that, because I started to get into it a bit at the end of last year, but I just, you know, I wasn't able to get out before the season closed. But I'm going to be hopefully out in a couple of weeks up on the Rother. Who knows what's coming? Maybe there's some chub. I still haven't caught chub, guys. I know, I still haven't caught chub. So that's the target for this year. I'm going to try and catch a chub.
I think, obviously, I didn't pack lightweight at all. I don't know lightweight gear. I'm not a lightweight camper walker. But maybe I need to invest in a couple of little bits of lightweight gear and some decent waterproofs. And, you know, just something for doing these little trips out, because I can't keep fucking about with stainless steel and Trangier and stuff. Good job I didn't bring the whole fucking Trangier. So this must be Rogate downhill, which well, it's quite a well-known and infamous downhill track in the Downs. I think it's owned now by a company that you have to be a member to use it. I remember when I was a budding mountain biker, I never went, but I remember having a few friends that would catch the train up. It must have been to Liss up here to come and ride it. Probably just had to pay on the gate, or might have even been free back then, but now it's all owned and managed, and you know, subscription, and like everything in this world, you've got to pay for everything all at once, or pay for it just in case you might want it. You've got to pay for this just in case you want to watch all of Bob's Burgers again. But hey, downhill. Never was into downhill anyway. I'm much more of a cross-country guy. Cross-country guy. This would make a good bloody cross-country course. I'm just plodding now. Plodding myself along, trying to get to some sort of mode of public transport to get home. But hey, I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. As I said, stick around because I'll put a bit at the end. We'll have a look over the maps, and we'll have a look at maybe a few alternatives I could have done to make this a bit more easier on me. So from out in a beautiful, I presume we're in Sussex still. Actually, yes, this is another one that's following the Sussex border path. So yeah, we're still in Sussex on a quite a nice sunny Sussex woodland afternoon. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you back at the house. What? Right, we're back and looking over the map. You wouldn't believe how tricky it's been to try and film a map, but hopefully this makes a little bit of sense to you. I know it's a little bit out of focus, but we'll have to just get on with it. Right, here we are then, Haslemere. This is where we started, at the train station just there. A little bit of a section through the town to pick up the trail from here, where it all sort of started proper. Got out, had a nice little bit of a walk across some fields before coming into this section where it started absolutely raining, and I got pretty much drenched. Take on to here, into the Southern Downs National Park. Along round this bit of road section was pretty brutal, quite steep and not very good underfoot. Into Blackdown itself, come along through Blackdown to the Temple of the Winds, where I've got a nice time lapse of the clouds rolling over the southern weald, which was really cool. Back up through Blackdown, following the Sussex border path, and South Downs, not South Downs, what's it called? Serpent's Trail. Bit of a zigzag. This was quite an easy bit of walking. till I got to the main road here. The main road now was where I stopped and had a little bit of a look at the map, because it wasn't very well signposted to get out up onto Marley Common, which is where again it absolutely chucked it down. Come across into where are we now? Linchmere, Little Linchmere, all this sort of area, up, round, down and through, over and around. I think it was around here somewhere that I stopped and had a bite to eat by that big redwood tree. Carried on round, and I was getting a bit tired as I was coming down this lane, and I thought I would look for somewhere to start camping. I ended up camping here on Stanley Common. I'll just open the map up a little bit more and we'll continue for day 2. Right, here we are then, Stanley Common, if you can read that. That's where we picked the trail up in the morning. I come out along this path. Now this path here, it says it's a footpath, but it's actually quite a main track through the woods. I think it's linking this farm to the road up here. As I walked back round, nearly thinking I was going over the cattle grid, actually a Land Rover came through at 6:30 in the morning, so it's obviously quite a well-used track. Along and up a bit to this long path here. It's only a couple of kilometres, but this was a really tough going part. The track was absolutely horrible. This is about where I found that delivery sign, and then onto the golf club with the danger of flying golf balls. Further along, a bit of road, around, down. I saw some deer in this common here, Chapel Common I think that says, and then yeah, some deer. I didn't see many deer, but you know, they are quite destructive. Up and round and down. And then this is actually where it's rerouted. On the map here it shows coming along the road, but actually the new signs point around along here and then down and up this road, which is the route I took. This is where I thought, do you know what, I'll see if I can catch the bus from this road. However, there were no buses running because it was a Sunday service, so ended up pushing on for another couple of kilometres down to here, to the, I suppose this is the westerly point of that first section, and that's where we left it for the day. And I ended up making my way up to this train station to get home, which means that will be a great place to pick the trail up when we start again. And I'll be making my west-east direction over towards Petworth. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye!